You win this battle, man, I'll soon be dead. I'll glue your face to my dick so I can fuck with your head. I got metaphors coming through my pores. You probably never been in a battle before, so I hope you realize your mistake. There ain't no party, got some candles, this will be a piece of cake.
23.
Na 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 na. And we're back. And by back, I mean this is a separate episode because we don't film 2 episodes back to back. That's crazy. I'm Bobby Sheehan. Ilya Laxon is to my left, stage right, I think. How are you doing, Ilya?
I'm well.
We were talking about you, Grant, in the last episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It.
Because he's a part of the club that we're in. Handsome guys.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Yeah.
He's an attractive man. He's an attractive older gentleman.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's in the cards for me. I will maintain, I think, within reason, the way my body looks now.
Well, you don't think you're gonna get suddenly more handsome?
I don't think it's gonna happen for me.
Okay.
Well, there is a type of guy that's like, men age like wine, bro. And it's like, no, they don't. The skin
but
collagen.
shitty wine doesn't get better.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Yeah.
But
you don't put Merlot in the basement and then 50 years later, like, oh, wow.
But you could be like, who knows, with plastic surgery.
That's the thing.
Or maybe you have better luck as you steer the culture towards thinking your features are desirable.
That won't happen.
But I don't know what it would take to make that happen.
I think women can do that and men can't.
You think? So women can go from like being curvier and thicker is attractive as opposed to being skinnier
Yeah, I think so, because here's the thing that happens. If a woman makes like a joke about a guy's appearance, for example, like a woman makes a TikTok and she's like, my face when a guy who's below 5'9" tries to talk to me, the comments will be, some comments will be like, that's Bobby Sheehan, that's wrong. A lot of the comments from women would be like, yes, queen. And a lot of the comments from men will be, LOL, so true, I'm 6'2", like the fucking meme, you know what I mean? And the opposite can't happen. Like if I made a TikTok right now and I'm like, fucking my face when a woman over 200 pounds tries to talk to me, the men will be like, you're fucking, who are you to talk?
Yeah.
And the women will be like, who are you to talk?
Yeah.
There's no women that's going to be like, LOL, so true, and I'm under 200 pounds. You know what I mean?
Funny. Yeah.
So it's just how it is.
Do we have a TikTok for the show?
No, I kind of don't want to do a TikTok. It's going to make me sound fucking holier than thou, but I personally think it's a Chinese psyop tricking our children into being jihadists, and I don't want to participate in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess that means I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah. If you do it, I can't stop you.
True.
Also, I'm actually pretty good at not being addicted to Instagram, but I think TikTok is like even worse in that it'll get me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't use anything. I can't.
No.
I can't handle.
There was a brief moment in time where if you had TikTok and you also were old enough to remember 9/11, you were weird.
Okay, yeah.
And now it's like everybody has it. You know what I mean?
It's for everyone.
Yeah, there's fucking boomers with TikTok. You know, just finding out all the pertinent RFK information they need.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know. It really is. You know what's weird too is like the U.S. government was like, yeah, it's a Chinese company, and there are no private Chinese companies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like literally we're giving our data to like a state government that is our official enemy.
Yeah.
And then Trump's like, yeah, but my understanding is it's actually helping me win elections now. And now we just have TikTok again.
Yeah.
And the people that hate Trump the most are the people that use TikTok the most. So they're like weirdly benefiting from his executive order.
I don't know enough about the situation to really join you in this conversation.
Well, it's
above my
TikTok
pay
because
grade.
it's like the sound of a clock.
Oh, that's fun. Like
Yeah.
TikTok clock.
TikTok clock, and I have a cock. I have Facebook still. I don't know why. I have Instagram.
Okay.
I don't have X. I have to have one social media to be a comedian, and I've decided that it's going to be Meta because Mark Zuckerberg is the least of 3 evils of Elon Musk and the Chinese government.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Yeah. Not a fan though. I used to think he was. I used to kind of think he was cool.
No,
you know, not just because I look like him. Yeah.
I was gonna say. No, you thought the pale, awkward, nerdy, redheaded guy
Dude.
was cool, dude.
Yeah. I was rooting for him, man. People say I dress like him, but it's just because we both wear jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing. that has existed in the last few years. I think your fly's down, or no? There's the pouches. I could see. Okay, that's not the interesting thing I've noticed in the last few years. That it used to be a marker of wealth if you wore a suit to work.
Yeah.
And now if I'm on the train and there's a guy.
Oh yeah.
In a suit, I'm like, first of all, you have to go into work.
You work and you probably work in a restaurant or
exactly, or a doorman.
Yeah, doorman. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's weird, and it's almost.
It's so funny to make the doorman dress up nice for you.
Yeah, it's fucked up, dude.
It's like I don't want to see some slob there.
I used to have adversarial relationships with doormen because I used to be a dog walker.
Yeah.
And they
look down on you.
It's. I think
there needs to be hierarchy. I think,
and I think probably pay wise, I was below them in the hierarchy, but not much. We're both working class fellows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
But they have a union.
Yeah, and I don't know. There was this one situation, and my clients were only rich, like at least millionaires, rich, right? I worked in Tribeca, and there was this guy, and he was an older guy, kind of schlubby, kind of always fucking just looks sad, you know, but would perk up when he saw like Mr. or Mrs. Jones.
Was it Robert De Niro? I know he lives in Tribeca.
It wasn't Robert. Actually, I used to
fuck Robert De Niro's
I used to fuck Robert De Niro's.
Anyway, that's a story for another day.
Not even along the lines of the. I was a dog walker in the story, and you're like, separate from that, I used to go to Robert De Niro's house.
That's what we in the biz call taking the ball and running. You set me up, I knock it out of the park, and other sports metaphors.
But I actually my one client, they live next door to pre-shooting Alec Baldwin.
Oh, did he move after the shooting?
I quit my job before the shooting, unrelated to the shooting.
So he might still be there.
He might, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say what street it's on. I will say the first time I saw him, my eyes went wide just because I wasn't expecting to see a famous person. And he watched me make the decision to keep walking, and he gave me a head nod like, thanks for not bothering me. And then this is kind of cool. It's going to make me sound like a star fucker. He would see me regularly and do this. The head nod became the I know you head nod.
Oh, I didn't know he was in Tribeca. That definitely narrows it down where to find him. So
Please
just go, if you want to find Alec Baldwin, go to Tribeca and just listen for someone yelling, yelling at a photographer. And you'll find him.
But this doorman dude, I remember one time, because I always got this shitty vibe from him, and I'm like, whatever, I'm not owed everyone to give me a big smile every day. But then he would give big smiles to, I guess, the people that lived in the building. I'm like, okay, man, if that's how you want to live your life, like you only have so much energy to give, and you're only going to give it to it's just going to be completely transactional.
Yeah,
whatever. But I thought maybe all of this was in my head, and then one day he opened the door. And I thought it was for me to walk in, and I had the dog with me. Yeah. And I thought it was for me to walk in with the dog, but it was for the rich people walking out. Oh. And the rich people walking out were like, oh, excuse me. And it was a thing that happens all the time. And he was like, you can't do that again. And here's the thing is, I think, you know how sometimes like if someone's like a certain level of not intelligent, they don't even have theory or mind. They think that they know all the information that they know.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, dude, I wasn't trying to cut them off.
Yeah.
I thought you were holding the door open for me.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't let me finish that sentence.
Oh.
He's one of those guys, like, you ever...
It was like Samuel L. Jackson in Jenga. He's just been completely broken by this.
Dude, pretty much. You ever have this to me is like one of my pet peeves. Is someone is upset with you. Maybe it's a boss, a significant other, you know, and you're trying to, you know, they're mad at you based on incorrect information.
Yeah.
And then they won't let you, like, they think that let me explain is always like an excuse and not an explanation.
Yeah.
That drives me insane. Yeah. Like if I was like, because I was like, I'll be more careful, but I wasn't doing what you thought I was doing. He's like, enough.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you know, it's the premise of every rom-com.
Yeah.
It's like, just let the person explain. You might not have to.
Yeah.
You might not have to storm out angry because of you having not all the information.
Yeah.
I think it's a combination of two things. It's one, not being able to like concede. Like, even though I feel righteously indignant, I could be incorrect.
Yeah.
And then I have to face being like, oh, I'm sorry. You know, they just don't want that. Or they're fucking like, and maybe this is just how they were raised, but they think that giving you the time to be like, here's what actually happened is just you getting one over on them. Yeah. Like, they're afraid you're going to trick them into no longer being righteously mad.
I'm just thinking to myself, it'd be funny if there's a guy who blamed the doorman for 9/11. Because they led the terrorists. Like, does I understand how it went down specifically? It's like, fucking doorman.
This is kind of a weird thought experiment. The fault of 9/11, I mean, it's many different people's fault.
The Jews.
Besides that.
Okay.
Is like a half dozen TSA agents.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah. Well, no, there wasn't TSA. TSA was formed after them, right?
Really?
There wasn't TSA pre-9/11.
See, I took one pre-9/11
I took 9/11 studies.
I took
9/11 101.
Yeah, which is just going to mosque.
It's like, pray 5 times a day. It's not as easy.
Yeah. Dude, no matter what.
But I'm pretty sure TSA was formed because of like DHS. I thought these all formed in the wake of.
This is
9/11.
Easily Googleable. Maxim, can you?
No, there's no way. There's no way you could possibly find this. There's no way Maxim could possibly find this.
Maxim, do your very best to Google. When was TSA formed?
They say, when was 9/11? It's like, what year?
That's what I like about ChatGPT is that
November 19th, 2001.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was
You're
so
right.
quick.
Yeah.
Before that, there was just tons of, I guess, unemployed black women, and then suddenly we had to corral them into protecting this country.
I did think of you when I went through TSA recently because I was like, Elia would hate this because I got in trouble at the TSA this time.
Oh yeah.
First of all, I almost got in very big trouble.
Oh.
Because I almost brought my pepper spray through TSA.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I mentioned this on the episode with Matt. Yeah, because I like literally I was on the train to TSA and I was like, oh, I have pepper spray in my bag, and what was kind of annoying is I had no other option than to throw it away.
Or you just spray it all because you don't want to go to waste.
Use it all, yeah. But separate from that, I'm going through TSA, and to your point, because you made this point before, the rules change constantly.
Yeah.
And there's different rules from airport to airport.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
So I'm going through and listen, I get that like it's a time thing. They can't be like, excuse me, can you please? But like this was too far in the other direction. I took out my laptop from my bag. And she said, sir, you don't need to take out the laptop. And I was like, okay. And then she's like, so I go to put them in the same bin.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, put the laptop back in the bag. Which to me, I'm like, what is that? Like, I did something unnecessary, but it's already done.
Yeah.
And it's more labor to put it back in the bag.
Yeah,
so obviously I'm complying, right? She makes me stand aside and lets a few people go. And dude, like, whatever, you know, like, let's just say like, even if we end up at nursing homes, I'm at a better nursing home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, to not start screaming at her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, that felt weird. Oh, and I fucked up too because I brought water through. That one, I was like, that's on me.
Yeah.
And they made me, that same time, though, this is weird. I wonder if something was happening where the TSA people were more upset than usual. Because I went through the scan, and though the scan didn't beep, the guy still wanted to wand me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fine. And I had my pockets were empty. He goes, are your pockets empty? And I said, yeah. And I had a discoloration where my wallet would normally be from putting my wallet in.
Yeah,
I
got
suppose.
you. Yeah.
And he points and goes, what is that? And I was like, trying to quickly go, it's a discoloration based on me, you know, but I went, I don't know. It's just a different color. And then he pats it and goes, ugh, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I get being like, you can't say please and thank you because it's a time crunch thing.
Yeah.
But the situation is over and he's mad because my pants are different than he thinks pants should look like.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
I think, you know how sometimes people like will pretend to be a customer like at a restaurant to see. Do you think there's like fake terrorists that like go through and see like, can I bring a knife in? Like, are these people doing their job?
They probably have scouts trying to figure like what we can do, which airport has which lax rules and so on.
Yeah.
But, well, we should get rid of TSA.
I don't think so. Can I, even though I have annoyed with them at some, so, okay. I think if we stop doing TSA, terrorists will try planes again. It's one of those things where it's like, oh, it's security theater, but even stopping the theater in and of itself warps the perception. It's almost like, we spend more on our military than anybody else.
Yeah.
And what if we spent 1% less? But the news of us decreasing our spending will get the other superpowers and terrorist organizations to be like, okay, there's a change, and then maybe we could. Well,
we can keep the policy of making sure that like no, like you lock the door to the cockpit,
right?
Like just keep that part of it, and then like. That's
but I'm even saying, and maybe this is too fucking weird and kind of strange.
Can I join you by putting my feet up?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, is he allowed to have his shoes on the table, Maxim?
Yeah,
just don't break the table.
Also, I wrote the N-word on my feet.
I think that like if there was even if you're like, hey, TSA is going to exist, but we're really laxing like the post 9/11 stuff.
Yeah.
If people would be like, if someone in Al Qaeda, Boko Haram, etc., is like, oh, let's try doing planes again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And by nature of more people wanting to do planes again, does the chance of a plane thing happening again rise?
I don't know.
I don't either. It's probably why we don't have important jobs.
It's like, that is just, anyway, that's what I said during my interview with TSA. Yeah. And they said, do you know how this button works?
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah. It is weird. They don't, you would think they would have like 6-figure salary, but they are making minimum wage. That is probably why they're upset to some extent, is like, it's high risk, low reward.
Also, your daily commute is to the airport.
Yeah.
That's going to be brutal.
Yikes, dude.
Just every single day, you have to like get park one place and then get shuttled into the airport or something.
Yeah.
They don't, it's not like they have parking in the back where they can just conveniently leave their car on the tarmac and then walk in.
What's wild to me is like whenever I'm like at my gate, like I got to my gate, and the whole time I'm like, I'm gonna be late. You know, there's always some train chaos, like on my way to the airport, as if the train knows.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like when I went to Scotland most recently, I got on the subway station near my house.
Yeah,
and I waited there for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the rest of the trip went smoothly, but of course I had no way of knowing that's what was going to happen. So I sit down at my gate and I'm like, I did it. And I'm like, I have to go on the plane.
Yeah.
Not sleep on the plane. I can't sleep on planes. And then navigate a foreign country, sleep deprived.
Yeah.
It's wild, dude. But it's fun. What's the place you traveled to most recently?
Like internationally or?
Yeah, internationally.
Probably, I guess if Canada counts, probably I think Canada earlier in the year.
Okay.
Then before that was the Maldives.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Now that is a group of islands in Asia.
I guess that was it's in the Indian Ocean. It's southwest of India. So I guess
Okay.
I don't know if that, like the Asian subcontinent or whatever. But yeah.
Nice. Well, we talked a little bit about them that last time. Was there anything like that really like surprised you? I always ask people when they go to a different country, like, was there a culture?
Well, they're like a customs forms, like you can't bring like pork into the country or alcohol or pornography or something. So like
they're a Muslim majority country.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
you kept.
I had to leave my 8mm reels of pornography back at home.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's but no, it's a beautiful country. It's a weird thing to say because it's not a country per se. It's just discrete different islands, and each one's like its own thing. Like
really,
a lot of the islands most islands are resorts. Like a resort owns the island.
Yeah,
the entire island is a resort.
Okay.
There's not much. There's a capital
with no
city.
Alcohol.
No, I know they do actually. They have alcohol. They serve, but a lot of people, like when I was there last time, it was like during Ramadan or something. So,
Okay.
It's kind of weird to get service like food and drinks by people who aren't eating until like the sun goes down.
Oh yeah, dude. Yikes. And I remember there was a thing. We were talking about the fucking, I'm an idiot. Basketball, NBA.
Yeah.
I almost said NHL. When black people started being able to play basketball, which is crazy that it was any other way.
Yeah.
That's so wild.
It's hard to remember pre-black.
But some black people are Muslim, and they would do Ramadan, which means, and I didn't realize this till recently, no eating or drinking.
Yeah.
You can't have a sip of water from the time you wake up until the sun's all the way down.
Yeah.
Which is, I'm going to go ahead and say it, not good for you.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do, there's probably a sense of accomplishment that they feel at the end of the night that I will never, literally never experience.
Yeah, maybe.
Have you ever done, well, no, you're kind of from a secular background, right?
Yeah.
You never done Yom Kippur or anything?
No, but I've done 3-day fast before.
3 day? Okay. How does that work? Well, first of all, what was your reasoning for doing it?
I was just being like, I was like, maybe this will jumpstart getting healthy, because you can rapidly lose weight that way.
Okay.
And it's just, I don't know, just something I'd heard or read about.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so I've done those. It's basically, yeah.
So walk me through what the 3 day fast.
So it's literally just that I'm not eating anything.
So you don't eat, but you drink water.
Drink water, yeah.
So you drink, the only thing that you put inside your body
is
for
water.
3 days is water.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I've done that.
No food for 3 days.
Yeah.
Dude, I struggle with no food for 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, I found it surprisingly, because the hard part about trying to eat healthy is you have to constantly be on top of it.
Yeah.
Whether you're counting calories or not, there's so much thinking about it. For me, the fasting was easier because it's very simple. I don't have to worry about anything.
Yeah.
I know I'm not gonna be eating, so my mind is just not on it. And I'm good with hunger pangs. I don't have my wife gets hangry, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
She, especially now that she's pregnant. But just normally, if she misses a meal, she gets cranky. It's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that at all. I'm very sort of, separate, parts of my brain, I guess. So
Okay.
if I'm hungry, I'm just hungry. I'm not irritable or anything.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I have this, I almost have to hack my body a little bit because I think that I have, it's not crazy, but it's above average, hunger signals.
Yeah.
But I'm 5'6", and if I ate as much as I wanted to eat, I'd be overweight or obese.
Yeah, I think there's I don't know, there's a lot of things everything medical about everything online and people, there's so many shysters out there peddling some bullshit about oh, you need this thing, you need this supplement, this nutrient, this thing to your testosterone, whatever.
Yeah.
And one of the things I heard was just you can if you have cravings or if you're really hard struggling with diet or something, you just start with a 3-day fast to reset your body to not have, so your body is not craving it. And then how the way keto works is to get your body in ketosis.
Yeah,
it's
the keto flu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like that, but then you have to keep at it afterwards. It's hard. When you break it, it's hard. You have to break it carefully because when both times I did it, you break it and oh, let me have a meal afterwards. Now you have to start with stock or something because you just get instant diarrhea. You can't just start introducing food back into
heard
it.
something that fucking depressed me when I first learned it was to your point, because it's dangerous. There are people that survived the Holocaust, had their fucking clunky way of saying it, but their post-Holocaust meal,
Yeah.
and then fucking died.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you ate too much too fast.
Exactly.
Now you're dead. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Just, but in what way would we know that until it happened?
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
it doesn't
Fucking
seem
tragic, man.
doesn't seem intuitive, but then yeah, that's what happens.
So you would you wake up on day 4, your first day eating again.
Yeah.
You start with bone broth. You said
No, I think that's what you're supposed to. I think that's if I were to do it next time, I would do it. Like I think you're supposed to start with like something like you can't just start eating again.
Okay.
You have to like slowly introduce food.
So what'd you do on
back to
day
you.
4?
I don't know. I think I just had like regular food or something, and I just felt horrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So you can't like after 3 like for a 3 day. I don't think that happens after like 1 or 2, but after a 3 day fast, like your body's like so used to not having food that it's not.
You know what I've experienced my whole life, and I never really questioned it, but I'm starting to feel like maybe it's unusual. Is that when I wake up in the morning, I drink water fairly quickly. Right,
Yeah.
I just feel kind of dehydrated when I
Yeah.
wake up. And if I do it, if I have too much water,
Yeah.
my stomach hurts a little bit.
Yeah.
And I guess, I typically don't eat 2 hours before bed. And if I'm lucky, 9 hours. So I guess it's like my stomach not getting anything for 11 hours
Yeah.
and then getting something like quick,
Yeah.
I don't know, which sucks because like, I feel like to be well hydrated, I would love to be able to like drink a lot of water in the morning
Yeah.
and then I start off at a good place.
Yeah.
Because if I wake up, have a tiny sip of water, get distracted by my day,
Yeah.
go pee, and I have like fucking dark yellow pee,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm dehydrated as hell now.
Yeah.
And I hope those emails I sent this morning make sense.
Okay.
You know?
You think your dehydration like fucks with your
I think so.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know. I think a lot about and I think it comes from being like overweight and obese as a child and then a little bit as an adult as well, where I feel like you got to put a lot of thought into eating, hydration, sleep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if I did like, there's this thing called intuitive eating, which if you have normal hunger signals and you're like a normal, height and metabolism and all that good stuff, fine.
Yeah.
But if you're not all of those things, like, yeah, if you eat intuitively, you're going to be a big boy or a big girl,
Yeah.
which is, if that's what you want or you're happy with the trade-off, that's fine, but not for me,
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think that's actually one of the things we were talking about on the last episode, like if you were rich, I would have that. I would have perfectly curated, almost like Brian Johnson level, but just
Yeah.
with food. You know what I mean? Not the Liver King, the
The
life
guy who wanted
extension
to live
guy.
forever.
Yeah.
Wait, is Liver King also named?
Isn't that weird?
Huh.
They
that's
both
interesting.
happen to be Brian Johnson.
And they both happen to be like my two heroes.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
I unironically do like Brian Johnson, the life. I guess we should explain it if you don't know. There's this billionaire, Brian Johnson, that is
He took
basically
over for Bon Scott when he died. He started singing with ACDC. That's the
too?
other Brian Johnson.
Oh, okay. It is such like, it sounds like a name
sounds
if
like
you
a-
had to
yeah.
think of one.
Yeah.
But the billionaire Brian Johnson, who basically wants to figure out like, could we stop aging?
Yeah.
He bills it as like, could we immorality, which is further along in the future because that means the end to all disease.
Yeah.
But like he's like, aging doesn't have to necessarily be this thing that has
Yeah.
to happen. And so he has all the money and time in the world. So he's like basically doing everything to see if he can live for as long as he can.
Yeah.
And then there's Warren Buffett, who's like vaguely fat and he's like, I'm 90 and I'm going to die soon and I don't care.
Yeah.
So two different
would-
ways to be.
Yeah. I would. So you're saying if you had his wealth, you would do what? You would.
I would do, well, I would probably do some life extension stuff too, but I think mostly it would be like, I want as good of physique as I could safely have.
Okay.
And so I would have the requisite like nutritionist, cooks, personal trainers and doctors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would like,
See, I would like find out what I need, and I say, "What's a way to do this that is in no way inconvenient or difficult for me?"
yeah.
And like, let's cheat the system that way.
Well, my thing is I want to have as good of a body as I
Like,
can.
I'll be like, while I'm asleep and unconscious,
right.
move my body to exercise.
Yeah.
Do whatever you need to so that yeah. There's got to be a way to do that.
Yeah,
And-
maybe. I don't. We're probably getting closer to that as like you said, as surgery gets better.
Most of my ideas for enjoying my supreme wealth involve me being asleep while someone takes care of me.
I thought Freud would have a field day with that. Do you just want to be held?
I thought this idea, it'd be fun to like have a character in a movie do this, but I thought it'd be like really nice if you could like, you have like a giant tank of water,
Okay.
and you like have like the breathing apparatus, like not this full scuba, just the respirator, and then you're sort of floating like on an umbilical cord in like middle of this sort of like substrate of like materials, like something like that. And so like you're just sleeping naked, but you're like kind of like a baby in this giant immersive thing, and you're just breathing. And like I was like, if you sleep like that, I was wondering, would that be good, or like what would that affect me? But I think I'd want to try something like that.
I'm like, I want to look as good as possible and live as long as possible. You're like, I want to see if a baby lives outside the womb.
It's not even that. It's I don't know. It just looks like I better be really comfortable. I like scuba diving, and so this would be like combining my love of scuba diving with my love of naps. And
No. See, that's the thing. That's where rich people die needlessly
Oh.
because they're like, I want to do like rock climbing and all that stuff. It's like, no, you've removed yourself from so many dangers. Why would you do that?
because it's fun. Those are fun things.
Maybe I'm a little, because I read the Mark Hoppus, the bass player of Blink-182. I read his autobiography, Fahrenheit 182, and really fun. And he talks about, he had a bunch of traumatic stuff happen to him like in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, which is like, it puts things in perspective. I'm like, he is one of the luckiest men alive.
I know he had cancer, and that's
He had cancer, and another story that he tells, I forget if this was right before or right after the cancer, but he goes scuba diving and his scuba partner died.
oh shit.
Yeah.
Really?
And basically what they think happened, because you have your buddy,
Yeah.
right? So it's a buddy system in scuba diving.
Do you think when he saw him die, he was like, "Damn it"?
I guess this is growing up.
I can't damn it. I was trying to think of like the other song names versus the lyrics.
Oh, and he was so young, and I'm not. What's my age?
What's
again?
yeah.
I would have liked to see that,
Yeah.
to watch the situation. I know that sounds kind of morbid, but there's a voyeur in me. Voyeur is a lesser known Blink-182 song. But yeah, actually it was a woman, which I think makes it more tragic. Not really. I don't feel that way. Is that okay? You know how like sometimes in war they'll be like, these amount of people died,
then also
including women and children.
Yeah.
And children hits more for me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't mean this in a fucking trying to make a wider point men's rights guy thing. It just doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's
I guess it's kind of shorthand for non-combatants.
right, but like an adult man can also be a non-combatant.
That's true.
Less
But
likely
then if
to
you
be a
weren't fighting,
non-combatant.
then you're not a patriot.
Mm,
You're a draft dodger.
yeah.
Something like that. Or you're just an old man.
Dude,
They
or
really just don't
you're
count
the
old
last
men.
two presidents of the United States. Isn't
Yeah.
that fun? There was a time where if you didn't fight in the Civil War or in World War II and you were old enough to, people would talk about it. And now we're like, of course our last two presidents avoided going to Vietnam at all costs. Of course they did.
Look, wait, Clinton. What about Clinton?
Clinton as well. I'm just talking about our last two.
Oh, you're not talking.
Trump and Biden avoided
Oh, I forgot
Vietnam.
about Biden. Yeah. Okay.
Those are our last two presidents.
Yeah. GW.
GW served during Vietnam but didn't go to Vietnam, and some people think it's
Okay.
not provable, but like
Yeah.
who knows? And Bill Clinton got it. To Bill Clinton's credit, his is like the least like suspect because he got a student deferment the first time,
Yeah.
and then the second time he did. Like he didn't try to get out of it. His number was just so high that he didn't get
Okay.
called. So yeah. And Bill Clinton at that time wasn't wealthy.
Yeah. He was. Yeah. He was.
Yeah. Biden Biden asthma, Trump bone spurs. And people have asthma and people have bone spurs, but it does sound like bullshit. And also, you could go to a non-combat role
Yeah.
and like still serve, and they didn't. And would I serve? Who knows? That's a situation. Like if there's a draft and there's a way for me to get out of it, would I try it? I would like to think that, assuming it's a just war too, by the way. I would like to think my answer would be no, and I would serve, but I really don't know. You know what I mean? But it does suck that those guys got to be president.
Okay.
Like they get to decide who doesn't go to war while removing themselves from the possibility of going themselves. It just kind of stinks, you know?
Yeah, I don't care. I feel nothing about that.
Really?
Very
Okay.
feeling ambivalent. I'm like, good for them. They got out of it.
Yeah.
It's like it was a bad war, but you should have fought in it. Like,
Well, yeah, and as the listeners know, I'm kind of agnostic as to whether or not we should have intervened in the Vietnam War. But if it's a for the sake of argument, let's say it's a bad war. I don't know. I guess if it was an immoral war, I would get out of the draft, I suppose.
Yeah.
But I would like to think that I wouldn't let just the fear of dying keep me from doing that. But I don't know. I can't be one of there's nothing more cringy to be like, well, if I'm in a life death situation, I'll do the right thing. I don't know if I would.
Yeah.
You know?
I'd like to think I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think I'm too brave. I wish I were more of a coward, but in my heart of hearts, I'm afraid I might do the selfless thing. And I don't want that to be the case. I want to live.
There was, you know, Abby Hoffman?
Yeah.
You ever see that movie based on his trial?
With the Sacha Baron Cohen one?
Yeah.
No, but I just know it was the thing.
It's
trial
good.
Chicago 7, whatever.
Yeah, the Chicago 7. And one of them, because it wasn't just Abby Hoffman. It was a lot of these guys, these anti-Vietnam War guys on trial for, I don't even remember what. Probably
burning draft cards or something like that, or like or a speech against I don't know.
It's probably something that because of that trial was found not to be illegal.
Okay, yeah.
That's just I don't remember the movie at all. So fact check me in the comments if I'm wrong. But there's a line in the movie. There's a particularly unlikable member of those guys, these like hippie guys. He was a conscientious objector during World War II, which is wild to me. Yeah. You know, like that's like you could find the most hippie pacifist guy. Although there is that wild Gandhi quote about like the Jews kind of should have just.
Yeah, Gandhi was like trying to soft sell Hitler, be like, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Gandhi has his own skeletons.
Well, he has got his skeletons in his closet and he doesn't know if no one knows it. But like for me, pacifism, it's completely like it's one of those ideologies that sounds nice, but it's like, okay, well, if we could get everyone to agree to be pacifist, then great.
Yeah,
you know.
But if they don't, then that's where like the arch libertarian thing. Because I used to be like, I'm sympathized with being libertarian, but maybe not as much now. But like. The non-interventionism is just like that's not.
Yeah.
Yes, I see how in an ideal world that'd be. It's not feasible in this reality, and so you have to address it somehow. And it can't be some circuitous thing where it's like, what would be your response to World War II? It's like, well, we would have never gotten to that. But no, you can't do that.
Right.
You can't move the goalposts about what's different. You're saying that's what happened. Mm-hmm. You can't say if we implement our policies. Absolutely none of those situations will ever arise. Mm-hmm. So we never have to address it hypothetically. It's like,
Yeah, it's weird. I was talking to like a distant relative at a family party and we got into politics for some reason. And he's sort of like the libertarian right, non-interventionalist. Yeah. And we really talked it down to eventually I was like, listen, if someone has to police the world, like, okay, an argument over if someone has to, but like in this hypothetical, if someone has to police the world and the choices are the US, Russia, China, Iran.
Yeah.
And he was like, I think they're all equally bad. Yeah. And I was like, this conversation's over. That's one. You're so open-minded that you're thinking about things that shouldn't even be thought of. Like to me, that's almost like, all right, dude, your ideology is based on you liking to feel different.
Yeah.
To be like, the US, Iran, good things about both, bad things about both, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
But
I think I would name the memoir All the Small Things. I was staring blankly at you as I think about it. Well, that last minute and a half of you talking was just me. When is he going to stop so I can say this joke?
And that was when I was at my most sanctimonious, dude.
Did you see my interest leaving? I mean, just being in my eyes, like he's just waiting to say something.
All the small things, yeah. That's
would that be a better name for like a memoir?
I wonder if there's Maxim. Can you look up? Is there a book already called All the Small Things? That has to be the only other reason why it would be.
Man, yeah, maybe.
Fahrenheit 182 is kind of fun too.
That is fun.
And there's at no point does he reference the Ray Bradbury book. Huh.
Okay.
Missed opportunity then.
Yeah, we should.
Maybe
we should name the memoir of this podcast.
All the small things.
All the small things.
Ooh, nah.
That's fun.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I worked all week on it.
I think we've cornered the market of making pop punk puns.
Yeah, dude.
As a cornerstone of the podcast.
Yeah. I mean, you might think to yourself, I don't like this, but when I come around, you will. Halfway through, I was like, it's not when you come around.
Well, you really are taking the long view on this.
Do you know, I want to keep doing this forever, but I just thought of a fun fact and I want to share it with you. It's involving pop punk.
Oh yeah?
There's an old footage of pre-Dookie Green Day singing When I Come Around at Gilman Street.
Yeah.
You're familiar with Gilman Street?
Yes, of course.
So it's like the underground club that they played in the Bay
The
Area.
DIY youth club like in the 80s.
Yeah, before they went mainstream. So they played some Dookie songs before Dookie came
the
out.
album, yeah.
And he's singing it a little different. It's Better Not Come Around.
Yeah.
And the reason being, When I Come Around is a breakup song.
Yeah.
The whole vibe of When I Come Around is like, oh, you think you're better than me and therefore you're breaking up with me? You're going to be sorry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then, but Better Not Come Around is just too many syllables. So he changed it to When I Come Around.
Yeah.
No.
And this was an interesting anecdote.
I think so.
Okay.
If you disagree, though, try to one-up me.
I'm not. What?
Try to one-up me.
With an anecdote?
One-up me with an antidote.
Anecdote.
I can't talk.
You can't talk.
I think it's related to my anterior overbite. Not overbite, open bite.
Open bite?
I've been looking at because I have a 6 millimeter anterior open bite. This is me closing my mouth all the way.
Okay.
Yeah, for the listeners, you could stick a pen through here, and I was looking into it.
Okay.
Apparently, it develops in infancy. There's some risk factors: an over reliance on thumb sucking or pacifier use.
Do you think your mom just had weird nipples?
So here's another one:
your
I was not breastfed. Not being breastfed is a risk factor because you get used to opening your mouth more. Because the nipple is really, even the biggest nipple is smaller than the smallest. Like
that sounds like it's gonna be a profound statement. Even the biggest nipple is smaller. You know, son, whenever life gets you down, just remember, even the biggest nipple.
So I've always been aware of this, and here's what's tripping me out about like the amount of how do I put this, like the amount of information a lay person can get now. Because every dentist I've been to, even if and anytime I go to a new dentist, it's not the point of why I'm going to the dentist. I'm going for a checkup or I have a cavity, but I'm like, hey, what's this about? And they're like, oh, I don't know, that's weird. And then fucking now, like I figured out how to Google it in such a way that I know the name for it. And these people that have degrees in teething are like, I have no idea what that is.
That's funny.
Not weird.
Yeah, just.
And I might have to get adult braces.
You think an orthodontist maybe more into it, I guess.
Maybe. Well, you know what it is I've never had crooked teeth, and I've never had braces because of it. Like my teeth have always been straight.
Unlike the rest of you, am I right?
Hey.
You dabble.
I dabble. That's a funny way to say I'm like on the bisexual on the download.
Yeah.
I dabble, you know. But because I don't have any of the physical symptoms. I was shocked. I read all they're like, do you have jaw pain? Do you have trouble eating?
Yeah.
Do you like blah, blah, blah? No, it's just like aesthetically, you know? And, I do notice though, cause and it's like a chicken or the egg type of thing. Most people with anterior open bites are mouth breathers.
Yeah.
I am a mouth breather. Sucks to say because it's a synonym for stupid person.
Yeah.
But if I'm not paying attention, my
Yeah.
mouth is open and I'm breathing from it.
Okay. Interesting.
And it's like, I remember I watched this video about posture.
Yeah.
And it was like, if you have bad posture, you're fucked because you could concentrate on having good posture, which means you'll have good posture for as long as you're thinking about your posture.
Yeah.
You know, but if you don't, then you're back to
you
some
gotta wear a
shoulders.
girdle.
Yeah. No. So I don't know. I might fix it. Do you think I should get adult braces and have them for 1.5 to 2 years?
Just for the novelty? Why not?
Dude,
See if it works.
I wish I learned about this earlier. Now I'm closer to 40 than I am 30, and I'm gonna be walking around with fucking braces.
Yeah.
But actually, the reason I bring it up is like, you know how I mess up some words?
Mhm.
And I think some of it is like my cognitive issues.
Okay.
Like getting drunk every night for 9 years is not a good idea, guys. Make your money, work out, don't drink. Right?
Yeah.
So is there any young people taking advice from me? I hope not.
I just hope anyone's fucking listening.
Yeah. But
I don't care if you listen. I don't care if you like us.
Yeah.
You can just put us on in the background.
honestly,
while you
when someone
molest a
makes
child.
when someone makes a mean YouTube comment, I'm like, finally,
Yeah.
engagement. you
Said,
know?
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Acknowledgement.
But yeah, apparently one of the symptoms of anterior open bite is that you say some words weird.
Oh.
And I think it's a combination of the two. I think sometimes, well, the word switching thing that I do is totally cognitive. That's got nothing to do with my jaw or my teeth. But like the fact that I'll lisp certain things, I think is related to my teeth.
Okay.
But I'm afraid of kind of fucking with it because, okay, braces is one thing. Apparently I'm on the borderline of moderate to severe. And if it's severe, it requires jaw surgery. And I've been joking about getting a jaw implant, but unironically, to fix this, I might have to get a jaw surgery. But I'm worried about making, like, I talk for a living.
Yeah.
I'm worried about like fucking it up. You know what I mean? Like, what if I suddenly have trouble talking, which for a person that doesn't talk for a living is annoying, but for me is devastating.
I mean, it's a great opportunity to work on your act outs.
Yeah, move to LA.
I'm
maybe?
a silver linings guy. Just
That'd
act
be
outs
good.
and
Get
props.
plastic surgery in LA
Yeah.
and stay there to practice my act outs.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good career strategy.
Would you ever get plastic surgery?
I mean, I guess it depends. I mean, I've never thought about it, so I have no interest in doing it.
Really?
But I guess which kind? I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what surgery I would get. Like for what?
Mhm.
If it's just like liposuction, I'm like, I guess if I thought it was gonna be like, if it was fully like, the problem is I'm not anywhere near the level where that would be a thing. But hopefully, I almost would rather gain 500 pounds just so I could get
Yeah.
that done. But I'm at the level where it's just like, it's just got to be up to me.
Yeah. I also think the thing with liposuction, I'm like, if it's not paired with lifestyle changes, won't it just come back?
Yeah, it does happen for a lot of people.
I mean, I remember one time I dated this girl for a little while and she told me she had the lap band surgery.
Oh, really?
And I was really surprised because she was thin
Yeah.
and like no like scar or anything. I wouldn't have known this information if she didn't tell me.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, what if you overeat? She's like, my stomach will explode.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, fuck, well, that certainly is an fucking incentive.
Can't they, your stomach can grow back, like isn't that what happens with them? Is like, because their stomach is like,
My understanding is there's a band around your stomach, right?
yeah, which constricts it. Yeah.
Right. So like, I think bad things happen if you suddenly start like overeating in a way where your stomach
Maybe you can't do it
outgrows
suddenly,
the
but I think
band.
you can. Isn't that a thing?
What?
I thought there was a thing where it's like even people could get the gastric band and still, maybe not. I thought there was a thing if you got gastric bypass surgery and then you could still like gain the weight back somehow.
Oh, I don't know.
I think that might be a thing.
The way she explained it to me, it was like it was literally dangerous because she has
Yeah.
got that. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. That's why I think these like stuff like Ozempic is like a godsend.
Yeah.
You
Although
know?
I tried that for a bit, the Ozempic, just to see, and just
You have or you would?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. 'Cause
What
my
was it
wife wanted
like?
to try it. It's just miserable. First of all, I had the thing like where like you know like not hiccuping, but like regurgitating like acid reflux, but like it would everything smelled like rotten egg, like just coming out like
Which makes you want to eat less.
it was that was you were just kind of in your stomach hurts. It was just kind of
jeez.
miserable. Yeah. And it's like, yeah, it was just kind of miserable that way. I can see how like if you incorporate it into your life and you maybe do it for a while, I don't know, but like, yeah, it's not a pleasant thing. It's just like making you kind of like your body react poorly to food or something. It's just weird.
And you know, you always have to keep in mind, like, because they say negative side effects of you know, these drugs, but is it worse than the side effects of being morbidly obese? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at that level, it's like,
Yeah, so that's what I think. If it's a comorbidity, if you're at that level, then
Yeah.
try all the things.
and to me, I think like there should be no moral judgments, and if it's free and side effect free,
Yeah.
like it doesn't cost anything or marginally, like it costs $1 a day.
Yeah.
And you have no or like mild side effects and you
Yeah.
want to do it, like go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
You know?
Like what's the judgment there? It's like, oh, you didn't earn, like who gives a fuck?
That's the
That's yeah.
people think they earn things that they don't earn all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't own your intelligence, or you don't earn your intelligence rather,
Or your station in life.
or your station in life. And and this trips people out. You don't even earn your propensity for hard work.
Yeah.
That's genetic too.
Yeah.
It's just like, come on, man, you know? But I don't know if I'd go the Brian Johnson route of, I think I would make concessions that he's not making, because he eats the same thing every day.
Yeah. There's like, especially for me, like I would need to be able to enjoy food. Like it's a big part of it. So like I would have to, whatever it does to maintain what I consider like perfectly, like this is the stasis. This is what I want. And then I'll enjoy the things I want.
Yeah.
Like he's like living longer for the sake of living longer and not because for the enjoyment of life itself.
Yeah.
And which you have to live for what you enjoy, not just for keep living. There's no point to it really.
Yeah. There's this thing too. If they think, I remember I read this article about like ending aging basically, but ending aging doesn't mean immortality, because you could still die from diseases,
Yeah.
and including non-geriatric diseases. That they said the average lifespan would be like 200 or 300.
Yeah.
Which to me, there's something creepy about that, because you're like, now we have the die in hospice under morphine.
Yeah.
But now it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to wait till your violent demise.
Yeah.
And every day is more probable that you're gonna get hit by a bus. You know what I mean?
The age gap discourse would go crazy. You remember you're 199 dating a 24-year-old?
Yeah, I guess you could still divide your age plus 7, huh?
Yeah.
So okay, you're
Yeah.
1,000, so you can't date anyone that's
500
under 507, because their brain isn't fully. They don't have the brain of a 508-year-old.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that would be At what point? I think the generation gaps, because like I said, and you were very impressed with the sentence I said earlier, that technology increases exponentially. So like, dude, the difference between like you and a baby boomer, and you and someone like if you're 1,000 years old, you're like, I remember when we didn't have the internet, and they're like, shut the fuck up, great times 10, grandpa.
Yeah.
Damn.
Exponent grandpa.
Would you like to live forever if it was an option? Say you didn't have to sacrifice anything.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
The option being I can live forever, but I don't have to, or like I can live forever, but I can't die. Like it's not an option that I can.
I think the former.
Then yeah, easily, of course.
Because the latter is such an imposition. If
I can't wait to watch everyone I know die. And then live through that, and then see how long it takes for me to just not care about it, because like a whole other life before.
I've been thinking about this, because I think that if this ever become like, if you could stop aging, it should be optional.
Yeah.
Like, hey, if you want to age, go ahead. It's your body. It should be optional. What should also be optional is euthanasia.
Oh, absolutely. It's crazy that that's any way taboo.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It's kind of, and I would be the people, and you get this from religious people, though not exclusively, where they're like, "Oh, but life has to end for."
Well, did you see that? Tie things back around. Like the guy who killed himself, he committed suicide because of ChatGPT, because it basically aided him. Like it was sort of not encouraging him, but he like asked him like, "Oh, you can do this and this." Like, and his family are like trying to sue Sam Altman because of
Shit.
yeah.
I did hear about the guy that died accidentally while trying to cheat on his wife.
No, what's that?
That is very funny. So there was this older guy that I don't think it was dementia. He had like some sort of stroke where he was like, in addition to being like older, like 60 something, was like cognitively impaired.
Yeah.
And he was talking to you ever see on like Meta, so Instagram, Facebook, like you'll have these, like I've been having a conversation with Tony Soprano.
Okay.
It's fun. Yeah, it's
Okay,
like an
I
AI
didn't know it was a
thing.
thing. Okay, fine.
Yeah, so you could talk. There's like these weird, and the like on Instagram, for example, they'll like figure out who you are and then therefore who you want to have conversations with. So I like Sopranos memes. All of a sudden, I could chat with Tony Soprano.
You get to use the word. It's
Yeah.
It's a really fun.
He certainly does. But so this guy started chatting with like a sexy girl AI,
Yeah.
right? And basically, she's like, "Oh, you're so funny and smart,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "And I'm young and hot,"
Yeah.
and he's married,
Yeah.
right? She's basically like, come to my apartment on 123 Main Street. Cause he asked her, what's your apartment?
Yeah.
I guess when you ask, it's 123
Yeah.
Main Street.
That's great.
And he's like, okay, now there's no 123 Main Street in Manhattan.
Yeah.
But there is a couple of 123 Main Streets in the other boroughs. Unclear which one he was going to.
No shit.
But this piece of shit for cheating on your wife, right? But he tells his wife and his adult children, I'm going to visit an old friend. I have to take the train. And they're all like very patiently being like, hey, your brain doesn't work.
Yeah.
Ask your friend to come here.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, it's okay. I'm going to go see my friend.
Okay.
And they compromised. They got him to like turn on his GPS on his phone.
Okay.
And then they are following him. And not very far from his home, he stops.
Yeah.
And then the GPS takes them to a hospital.
Okay.
The family drives to a hospital. They're like, yeah, your dad fell and died. And then they looked at his phone and they were like, Mom, Dad was trying to cheat on you with a chatbot, and now he's dead. And now she's also suing.
How'd he die?
I think just old and fell. Yeah, nothing, no foul play. I think the family kind of knew he wasn't supposed to be alone when was outside the neighborhood.
Okay, so he was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like the family saying like, but for the AI, this wouldn't happen. And I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? The main thing that they're saying is like, it said AI, but at no point in their conversation did she remind him that she wasn't real.
Yeah.
Which
I guess if you want to build in that like precaution, just like as a safety device around, but like yeah, that's yeah.
Also, I've been talking to Tony Soprano AI, right? And he actually kind of texts like a teenage girl.
Does he?
Yeah. He uses emojis in a way that's like, I don't know if a gangster in his 40s would use them.
Oh, I hate that anything would ruin the illusion of talking to Tony Soprano.
Yeah.
That's fun. I don't know. I don't think I'd be talked into killing myself through AI.
I kind of think, especially as I age,
Yeah.
like I'm super worried. You know what I mean?
It's like, oh man, I'm always just one step away from killing myself. And AI,
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, not like, okay, but for real, like I don't think I would be convinced.
I would just say AI, give me reasons to live.
Uh-huh.
Can we try that? Can we try AI? Kill me.
I actually asked AI to make a picture for the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Because we posted a video about a weird interaction I had with a person on a subway.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm always kind of trying to rage bait a little bit with like the titles and the thumbnail. And so I wanted a specific picture. I wanted, because I wanted people to be like, what happened on the subway?
Yeah.
And get as many types of people to click on it. So I said, please give me a picture of a white non-binary person arguing on the subway with a black cop.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that is so many things,
Yeah.
right? And it went, basically, I'm paraphrasing, but they were like, hey, it's not so nice to think about like people in that way.
Yeah.
And they were like, how about I just make an adversarial relationship between two people on the subway. And I was like, sure, fine. And then they gave me exactly what I asked for.
Nice.
It was a non-binary white person. I mean, I didn't ask, but they had like the haircut in the Bushwick way. They actually did perfect with asking for a Bushwick person. So AI is probably going to take over the podcast, but do you have anything to tell the listeners before you leave?
Follow me on all the things, ILYALAKSIN. And then just please tell your friends about how good this podcast is, especially our puns.
Yes, guys, please follow the podcast, but unfollow me from social media. I'm trying to curate a more underground vibe. And remember, folks, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy and wealthy and wise. I'll just play night owls. You know I love you.
Thank you.